So this trip to Anacapa Island in the Channel Islands started off amazing. Then we got a shock and surprise. Then it ended up turning out to be just an incredible and amazing trip for us. It's really hard to find other gay guys here in LA that like to get out and camp and hike and get outdoors and spend time in nature. So I had to invite a couple of my straight friends to come out and enjoy the adventure with me. I didn't really give them a lot of information about it, but I'd done my research and I was pretty sure we were going to have an amazing and incredible time. First, some things you should know about Anacapa Island. It's part of an 8-island chain that make up the Channel Islands that sit 11 miles off the California coast in the Pacific Ocean. The islands were formed by volcanic eruptions 15 to 19 million years ago when fissures in the earth opened up and lava flowed out, cooling as it hit the water. Then over time, the mass of lava actually formed what we see and what we know as the Channel Islands today. Anacapa Island is the smallest out of all of the islands, covering only about 1.14 square miles. When we arrived at the boat dock, we had to carry all of our gear up 150 steps straight up and then hike half a mile in to our 7-site campground. So what they didn't tell me when I booked the site was that Anacapa Island is the largest seagull nesting site in North America. And the time frame when we were going to be going was right in the middle of their breeding season. So when we got off the boat, we carried all of our gear up the stairs to the top of the island. We looked out, took a deep breath. We expected to see this amazing scenery, and we immediately realized that this was going to be one of those experiences. We looked out, there were an estimated 500,000 seagulls. And anytime you have that many seagulls, of course, you've got poop everywhere. So the rest of the trip, I actually nicknamed the island SSI, or Seagull Shit Island. There were so many seagulls that when we were in our tent, they would actually fall into our tent. We kept having to hit the side of the tent to get away. And I also realized that as loud as seagulls are during the day, they don't stop during the night. So from the time the boat dropped us off at 12 o'clock on Friday until Sunday at 3 o'clock, it was nonstop. And when I say nonstop, I mean, wah, wah, wah. It was loud. It was insane. So I chose Anacapa Island because it was the most primitive out of all of the islands. There were no services or water source, so that meant less people. I thought we might even be able to have the whole island to ourselves, which I thought was pretty cool. But that also meant that we had to carry our own water in, and that was all the water for 3 days that we planned on drinking and cooking with, which turned out to be pretty heavy. So we also expected to see some trees, and there weren't any. That was one of the other surprises. The temperature was really, really hot. It was the middle of summer, and California had been going through one of its worst droughts in history. So there really wasn't any place for us to get any type of shade except for our tent. And every time we went into our tent, of course, the seagulls would bump into our tent. And so we spent a lot of time down at the dock where the boats came in because we would be jumping. I believe there's a video that actually shows me jumping into the water. The water was beautiful, it was amazing, it was refreshing, and the kelp forest there that we actually snorkeled down through was incredible.